So I had a bit of a problem with this, getting this front leg straight. You can see it is straight now. I can hold this up the right way. So you can see that's nice and level now. So what I had to do is, obviously I did the same on the other side, is I used the A pillar and the B pillar and tightened them across here, so I brought the legs in together, because they do tend to have a bit of flex in them, to get it upright. And then she was too far into the centre of the car, so what I've done is, luckily enough, that leg lined right up on the this complete bench. Well, it's actually two benches, and then I've pulled it sideways to bring it in right into the corner, so then I could drill the hole. So I've drilled the holes now, so I can release this. We may have to do the same when we take it all apart and paint the livery on it, the Gulf colours, but at least we know now where they're supposed to be, and it is all straight. So I'll get that. What I'll have to do now is take the straps off, lift the car in the air, and make a groove for the bottom plate, because they're going to go into where the vent holes are on the bottom. You can see I've got to clean them holes up anyway, but you can see where this vent is going to come in between. So I don't know if I can hold that. I'll get you a shot from underneath and you can see it then, as I'll bring it back when I put it up in the air and I've cut the holes for it. So I've welded these up. What I've done is I've put these tubulars on the end, as you can see. Sorry, I put these tubulars on the end, and I cut this open a little bit. I'll just try and move the camera so you can see it properly. So, so when that fits on there, just give me a second. So when that fits on there like that, that's actually lower than the ridge of the car, but not lower than the exhaust, as you can probably see there. And that will be the pivot point for the axle stands, so when they're up at an angle they don't actually hit the floor. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll clean these up now and paint them up. They're welded all the way around, pretty strong. And what I'll do is I'll do the same thing on the back one here, and there will be the pivot point for the rear axle stand. You can see this is what it's going to look like here. I've got one in so I can get a real nice strong weld all the way across there and all the way around, and as I said, that will be the pivot point. So I can show you what that looks like in a second. So as you can see, there's the axle stands. I don't want to get rid of these lugs on the top here because they're good for other chassis and other work. So if I pick this up, this will give you an idea of where I'm trying to go with it. So you can see, hopefully you can see there that well, look at that angle there, and it still won't hit the side because it's low enough, and actually operate in there like that. So I'll get them all painted up, get them welded up, painted up, cleaned up, painted up, and then I'll pop them into place, and I'll show you the results. So there's the finished article. You can see that it's level, so quite happy with that. It's level on both sides. This one here is the same, and I can't put the stand in because obviously the Mini's too far over on the ramp. You can see it's further over on one side, but to give you an idea, you can see how that, hang on, you can see how that's going to fit in there, and without hitting the sides as well. So what we can do, if we want to change two tyres, we can jack it up this way, or we can just jack the front up by using these as well. Just put the hydraulic jack in there, or we can lift both sides up. So the other two are out here drying, so and I welded them all up. And obviously the reason I've gone with such a, I'll get out of the light, the reason I've gone with such a small tubular is because of the nuts. I wouldn't be able to get the nuts in there. So there we go. So we're getting there. So what I'll do is I'll just set you up on the side here, and I'll take this quick jack out. This is my camera work. You can see I don't do a lot of camera work or editing. So I'll pop you there, and I can show you. Obviously this would be on the ground, but you know it's right close to the ramp, so I've got to be a bit careful. And obviously it's higher as well. This would be on the ground, very easy to lift up. I'll show you just now how I can do it. There we go. Done. Take this out, pop it to the other side, and we're good to go. What I'll do is I'll make something similar to this, but I'll put a pad on it so I can use a hydraulic jack as well if I want to. Because the problem with this will be is be alright on tarmac or wherever, or something flat, but if it's in an area where it's stony, it might be harder to move the wheels. We'll see. There's a lot of clearance on them, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, so the next thing is putting in the side braces. So that's the side extrusion bar, or side bar put in. The nice thing about this is one end is welded on this square part here. This one is welded, and the other end is just a slot in. I'll show it to you. A slotted in version. So the nice thing about this is you can release these two bolts here. You probably have to release this one. Sorry. Get it, show it you. You probably have to release that one a little bit as well to drop this angle down. And then what you can do is you can drop it down at the front and take the bar out. So if you wanted to work on the pedals or something in the car rather than crawling over it. What I was thinking about was actually putting some kind of strapping onto this top bar here to get in, but this is perfect because basically what you can do is you can put one leg in and then slide over the top of this, and same sliding back out. Perhaps when I'm 70, 75, still around, might be a bit more difficult. But yeah, it works. You can slide right across it. It's nice and strong. It'll do the job. Perfect. So I'll do the other side, and I'm fairly sure the measurement's not going to be the same, because it certainly wasn't. There's quite a few mil of difference from one side to the other. I don't know if that's because when it was in the jig it was twisted a little bit, but anyway, it's in, and the other side's on as well now. So what I'm going to do in the next video is put the oil gauge back on to this, strap up this coil, put the bonnet on, and I'll give it a run up the road and just try it out. But you can see I've got these two on, so that one's on and that's level again, and that one there. So it's all done as far as that's concerned. So it's really good. Really happy with that. Oh, focus, there we go. So yeah, I had to make up handbrake cable for it and stuff, but yeah, the gears moved really well. I'm really happy with that. That's worked really well. I didn't think it would. And with that short shifter on it, you can change gears really quick, and with that accelerator you should be able to heel and toe that really quite well. So yeah, I'll just say I'll get all the bits done on the engine, get this coil set up properly. I'll have to redo the wiring because the wiring will be too short for that bracket, and put the oil gauge back on it from the XK. I used it on the XK, so I'll do that. I'll just come out in a second. There we go, it's better. Yeah, put the oil gauge on, and then I want to put the bonnet on because I want to check exactly how much I need to cut out. I'm pretty sure what I'm going to cut will be about right, going from the 13s I had on my beige Mini, on that beige one over there, but with the suspension even lower. I might have to take more out, so that means the A panel will have to be cut here, and we'll do that little trick that Trev's blog, where I used a washer with a pen to get the angle right. So they're going to have to be adjusted, of course, as well. So there we are. So quite happy. It's coming there. Been quite a good day. I've only put 3 or 4 hours in, but it's coming along. It's given me a bit of a kick up the arse to get on with things and get it done. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It's worked out quite well. One question I have for you guys, I'd like a comment on. You can see here I've got the harness in, and I've put the harness over the top of this bar. Maybe I'll go to the back and show you. You can see the harness is over that bar there. Now I'm just wondering if that's the best way to do it, or I'll go back, sorry, or put these, and I'll show you what I mean. So is it better, do you think it's better like that or like this? So that's the other way. They can come straight out the back and straight down onto those 2 mounts, which is where the seat belts would be anyway. So you think that's a better way of doing it, or over the top? I don't know. I guess from a pull from an inertia. Obviously, if somebody was sat in it, it would look better because they'd be nice and tight. You can see, if I couldn't pull that down with one hand, so you can see that looks, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. And on that note, I'm going to pack it up and go and have a beer because it's nice and warm outside. And I'll catch you in the next one. So hopefully the next one you'll see it running. I don't know quite how I'm going to do that. Maybe I could take the camera in with me and we'll have a little jolt up the road, see how it goes. Anyway, as usual guys, stay safe, keep the faith, and enjoy your hobby. Take care.